church, how's it going? You're probably wondering why I'm standing here and not our pastor. I promise you, we haven't let him leave town yet, but that is coming. I know many of you guys are sad and we'll miss him. We'll definitely be missing him as a church leadership as well. But as we are preparing for that date, we have a couple things coming up that I'd like to share with you guys. The 28th of October, the Deacons will be meeting to discuss an interim pastor, as well as working together to form a pastor search committee. That pastor search committee is going to be myself, and then there'll be 6 other individuals, and then we're going to have 5 alternates. We're going to be looking at people that represent the diversity of the church of who we are. So there'll be some that are local, some that are military, some that are men, some that are women, some that are just whatever different categories we can kind of think of, just to make sure that we get a good representation of the church. It's important for us to make sure that we do that. So as we go through this pastor search committee, we know that God has this under control. We know that God knows the man that he's sending to replace Pastor Josh. And so we're working through that process. We're being diligent. We are not going to sit on our laurels and just wait for God to drop that man in our lap. We are going to go out there and seek after the way that God calls us to do. In that time, I'd be asking that you pray for the deacons as we move through this piece. I'd also ask that you pray for those men and women of our church that are going to be asked and requested to serve on this committee. I think that what's most important is prayer at this time. One of the things that you'll see, and we just went through our quarterly council meeting, is that you have 5 really, really phenomenal MTLs. They have been setting large God goals. They've been executing mission. They've been supporting you as the church as you guys step up and serve in all the different ministries that you guys serve in. But if you look at Brother Vaughn's this Wednesday when we have our meeting, if you look at the things that he sees at risk, it's prayer. And so what I'd ask is you're focused on praying for the Dryers as they transition to the new ministry that the Lord has called them to. I'd ask that you pray for the deacons as we work through this transition into an interim pastor and temporary replacement, and then praying for us as a pastor search committee as we get ready to call the next pastor. And then I'd ask you guys to pray for that man that the Lord knows who it is, that he is preparing and that his heart is ready to come down here and serve faithfully the way Pastor and his wife have. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. As always, I'm a very transparent person. If there's anything that you have questions about, or anything that you have concerns, or anything that you just want to share, please, my phone number and my email are in the bulletin. I'm always here on Wednesdays and Sundays during normal hours, so come up, schedule some time with me, and we'll have a conversation and talk through anything that may be sitting on your heart that you might have concerns about as we move forward through this process. Thank you.